Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Jump Up Supercast Game Club. My name is Brandon and I am your host, and joining me today I have Ills.
Metal Wolf's pilot is meaner than Satan himself.
And I have Noah.
Richard!
I was hoping that we were going to get a Godspeed, Mr. President. But it's okay, because I'll use that one.
There you go.
Thanks,
week, Jody.
You're welcome. I'm always here for you, Mr. President. This week, if you can't tell, we played Metal Wolf Chaos, or, well, technically we played Metal Wolf Chaos XD, the re-release version.
Happy Thanksgiving, America.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been the only, I think the only better holiday would have been 4th of July for this game.
Yeah, probably.
That would have been perfect.
Because this is the most American game I have ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And it was made by a Japanese studio.
It's funny because we played some very Japanese games like earlier in the game club, like, you know, Goemon.
Yeah,
but
Goemon, and
this is definitely the most.
Incredible Crisis, very Japanese. Yeah.
This is incredible. Oh, and fucking Tulip. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is insanely American.
Insanely American, made by a Japanese company, and I'll get to it right now and say that this game was developed by From Software, also published by From Software, but the re-release was published by Devolver Digital. It was actually announced at E3 this past year. It's already out. So Devolver Digital. This is the first time this game was released in America, was the re-release, because it originally was released on the Xbox, the original Xbox, back in 2004 in Japan only.
Very weird pick. I mean, the Xbox is obviously a very American console and didn't do very well in Japan back then, so it kind of fits thematically, but it's very weird that this was Japan only. Yeah,
and the reason, too, was because the Xbox, like you said, it didn't do good in Japan, and it still doesn't to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, this was Microsoft's first console at the time, and it was struggling in Japan. So in an effort to really, you know, support the Xbox, Microsoft teamed up with From Software to make an exclusive game for it. And this is what they came up with.
And it's fucking bananas.
You know, they probably were like, okay, so we're gonna make a game for this American console, so let's make it the most American game that we possibly can. And holy shit!
And they succeeded.
Yeah, they did.
I've never felt more at home.
Yeah, same. I felt proud when I finished playing this game.
Very much so.
Proud of my country. So in Metal Wolf Chaos, you play as the President of the United States.
The president of these great United States.
These great United States.
And the reason is...
the reason why you play as it... Well, his name is Michael Wilson, by the way.
Yeah. He's supposed to be related to Woodrow Wilson, which is weird.
Yeah. And takes place in the future. I can't remember the exact year.
But not that far in the future, because he's only the 47th president, and we're at 46, so...
Yeah, no, I guess it was a little bit further in the future as of 2004, but it wasn't super into the future. So I guess in 2020 we have what happened in Metal Wolf Chaos to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
People better start writing in Michael Wilson, because I haven't seen him campaigning very much.
No, me neither, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. Where you at, Michael? This game is a mech game. So you play as the President of the United States in a mech.
Should we do the spoiler-free recommendations?
Sure. I was thinking, you know, because last week, you know, we switched up, everything here, and I don't think there's a ton of spoilers. You know, I'm sure we could talk about the gameplay and everything without giving away too much spoiler stuff. So probably when we get into like the story stuff, we could probably get into like the spoiler zone.
Okay.
Right at the end, but we can still I would say we can still do like spoiler-free recommendations like right now.
Sure.
For this game. So Ills, by the way, I gotta throw the ball in your court because you did pick this game, and I have to ask you, like I always do, why did you pick Metal Wolf Chaos?
I saw the trailer and I just knew it was destined for the game club. I mean, it's just too fucking crazy, too memey. It's insane. I mean, one look at the trailer, you know it's gonna be bad shit, and that's what we do best here.
True. We play the weird, that's for sure.
We try to.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with you with a recommendation. If you would recommend to the people listening, should they play this game?
This is kind of, I mean, I would say yes because I think the game is funny as fuck. But gameplay wise, it's a little bland. So don't go in there expecting like super fun action. You know, just go in there for to enjoy the very weird writing. It's definitely a strange blip in history.
Yeah. Noah?
Yeah, I definitely... It's weird because this game has, like, a bunch of, like, hiccups in it, but... And like, some of the gameplay's a little off, but overall, it can be very enjoyable, and especially with how ridiculous it is. So... I wouldn't pay full price for it. If you could find it, like, used somewhere or something, then yeah, I'd pick it up, but otherwise, no.
You're not really going to find it used in America, at least, because it did get a limited run release, physical copy for the PS4 version only. But, yeah, it was basically a digital title. So, unless you see it, you could see it on sale. So, I mean, Steam has sales all the time. It's also on Steam. So
maybe for Black Friday.
True. I would say yes, but I would also say you would probably get a decent amount of enjoyment, almost as much just watching a playthrough of this game.
Yeah,
a lot of the things the reason why you should play this game are just how crazy it is, and the gameplay is just okay. So I would say if you don't want to pay for it, definitely at least minimum watch somebody play it online. Or
at least, like, I mean, the best case scenario, like, go half with it on a friend and then watch, like, take turns playing it, because you'll fucking cry. It's so funny.
It's very funny. It's worth at least experiencing for how ridiculous it is. That's for sure.
Yes, I would definitely say that.
So I want to talk about the gameplay. Obviously, we mentioned that it's just alright. But I kind of want to explain to anybody listening that we already said you're in a mech. You play as the President of the United States. You are in a mobilized mech. Now, it's not a ginormous mech either.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
It's pretty small. It's probably the size of like a bus, maybe.
Yeah.
In terms of height.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not huge. And this mech has, I think it's like 8 weapons. It has 4 on each side.
Well, 4 slots for weapons, yeah.
Yeah. 4 slots for weapons on each a left and a right side. So basically he's dual wielding. You're always dual wielding at all times. Yeah. Which is cool. And you can cycle.
Though some weapons do require you to have both slots, like in both hands, like flamethrower or the sniper.
So the bigger weapons. But it's a shooter, and it's a very simple mech shooter. I'll say it's almost more like a third-person action game than it is like when you think of a mech game. A lot of times, they're really complicated. There's a lot to controlling the mech and everything, and From Software, they're no strangers to mech games because they made Armored Core, and I'm sure I don't know if you guys have played Armored Core, but you probably at least heard of it, right?
Yeah, it's the granddaddy of mech games, basically.
Yeah. So this game's almost like a Armored Core light, in a way. It's because I played Armored Core one time, and it was pretty complicated, So in From Software is known for obviously Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Well, they're known for that now. Back then, they weren't.
They weren't then, but they're known for like really heavy games that are focused on combat, right?
Yeah.
But this game is it doesn't have super in-depth combat.
Yeah, it's very imprecise. I mean, you're just kind of like your reticle is giant, like a giant box, like of varying sizes for whichever weapon you have on. But like, you're basically like spraying and praying a lot of the time. Like, it doesn't really matter like what gun you use a lot of the time either.
Well, actually, I've noticed that I've noticed that for some, like for certain enemies, some blast weapons or like assault guns are really good, and against buildings, the flamethrower is really good.
Yeah.
Whereas the bazooka or missile launcher doesn't do that much to him, which kind of feels like it should be the opposite way around. But I didn't notice that. There was one level, I think it was the prison, the Alcatraz Island or whatever it was, that had the giant cannon. So like that level, you had to kind of like time trials it. You had to run really fast to destroy the gun before it was fully loaded to shoot, charged up. And I had, like, from the beginning, I've been using bazookas and missiles because why the fuck not? I want to blow shit up. And I was going through the level, and it took me fucking so long to get through each door and each tower that I would always, like, it took me 5 or 6 tries to, like, clear that level. It's like, I must be doing something wrong because I've like, really powerful bazooka and missile launchers, but they do minimal damage. It takes me fucking forever to get through. And it's not like the rate of fire is too bad either. It's like, I'm shooting them pretty frequently. Then I tried the flamethrower and just like down. I was like, well, now I know.
And like machine guns are more effective for certain things and enemies than rocket launchers. I wish there was a way that the game could like visually tell you like
like one's good like against siege, like good for sieging, like the flamethrower, and the other one's good for like blast AoE kind of thing against robots or other mechs. That would be really nice. That would have saved me a lot of frustration.
The game doesn't do a lot in telling you that, and doesn't do a whole lot in telling you how to play either. I had to look up on the actual control screen itself the controls of the game before I started playing, or else I would have never known that you can click both sticks and do your special.
Right.
They have a special?
Yeah. He like basically unloads all his guns at once.
Okay, well I didn't know that existed.
I didn't know that either. That would have been fucking awesome to see.
Right underneath where your shields are, there's like a little thing that like builds up when you kill people, and it's like a little blue thing.
Yep, well, they never tell you.
They don't tell you. When that fills up all the way, you click both sticks in, and he's like, take some of this, and all of his guns come out, and he just starts firing at once.
Well,
God damn it.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Too bad it was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, the game doesn't tell you. I had to figure that out by reading, like, clicking start, going into, okay, what do all the buttons do, and then it tells you in there. That's the only place.
Cool.
Yep.
Well,
it's almost like a platinum game.
Yeah.
You don't know how to play. The game doesn't bother teaching you how to play. You gotta figure it out yourself.
Oh man! All right.
That would have been nice. That would have been really cool.
Okay. It was helpful against the last boss, that's for sure.
I can imagine.
And you can find power-ups to fill up your gauge too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was finding a lot of power-ups. Like, they don't tell you what the fuck they do. So.
Nope. I didn't know what an energy pod was until like halfway through the game.
Yeah, it refills your health or it gives you more bars.
Yeah, it upgrades your after you collect a bunch.
Yeah. And your health can refill if you don't lose a shield.
I really like the customization on what weapons you choose and like how to upgrade them and like producing them from the menu.
I do, but it seemed like it was a lot more to it. I feel like when I first started doing it, but as I got more into the game, I felt like a lot of them were very samey.
Yeah. It's pretty shallow. Like
it's shallow, but I like the option of being able to like build your own mech essentially.
Yeah, I wish there was more to it. Like I wish like when you rescue like the scientists, I wish they like help like unlock some more choices.
Yeah, maybe. I never understood what the economy in this town.
No,
because every time you
get an idea.
Yeah, so when you rescue civilians or scientists, your technology or economy in that specific level goes up. Yeah. I'm not going to replay that level. Why does that matter, and what does it do?
Well, you could go back to the levels and grind to get more money, so maybe it will give you more money for replaying the levels. If
okay,
you do.
So what does the technology part do then?
I don't know. I really don't. The game, like we said, it doesn't really tell you, so I have no idea what all that's about.
I don't know what they... Do they explain the economy? No, they don't, right?
No.
I don't know if it's just numbers for the sake of numbers, or if they actually do anything. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish all these things were like incorporated in like some way that actually affected your mech in some way that you could actually tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying.
In saving the hostages, you know, I never felt like super inclined to do it unless I just would come across it. I never was like searching them out.
Yeah.
You're just, oh, here's some. Let me just, you know, I'm already here. Might as well save them. But other than that,
oops, I used the rocket launcher instead of the flamethrower. Oh well.
Oh well, they're dead. Let me move on. I'm not restarting the level.
Yeah, you never really feel like it matters in any way.
Yeah. But I will. Oh, go ahead.
I do think the energy pod thing. I wish like because every time you collect a certain amount of energy pods, your mech gets upgraded. But it's like so like they barely talk about it. Like, okay, your mech got upgraded. Like you get some
like,
minimal benefit of it.
It's not barely noticeable too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why didn't they put more effort into like explaining that or like giving you some customization with that? Like, yeah, maybe you could choose some stats. Maybe you can upgrade that fucking awful dash function. Anything like that.
That drains like, your health.
Or maybe they could actually tell you that a fucking special mode exists. You know, like, and you could upgrade that. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah, the dash. I feel like I wish you could have upgraded your dash.
Hell yeah, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, because
it's so weird because you can only dash for a couple of seconds. Then, if you keep dashing, it starts draining your health.
Yeah,
which is like your health regenerates after a while, but like I want to like, especially in like a lot of levels where you have to be really fast to get through it. Because either hostages are dying, the city's going to be poisoned, or a giant cannon's going to blow up the city. And so I want to dash around a lot, but I can only dash safely for a couple of seconds. Then it starts draining my health. And then, like as I'm dashing, and like I'm like, okay, I'll keep dashing because I need to get there fast. As I'm dashing and draining my health, I run up to a bunch of enemies and they shoot me, and I already have low health, so I lose energy and die. So it's like. It's really high risk to trying to dash into things.
Yeah, and
also the game rewards you for rush comboing things. Like you get a rank at the end of the level, and like one of those important rank multipliers or whatever is rush combos, which basically means dash into somebody and shoot them, or just run over the soldiers with your dash. But because you have to dash and like. Drain your health and all that, and putting yourself in risk. It's like
you don't have to drain your health, but you can let the dash meter fill back up.
Yeah, but so,
it's so slow to recharge.
It does.
Yeah.
So it's like wants you to rush combo things, but like it's so dangerous.
I just felt it was better to jump and then keep tapping dash, like tap it. And then let it fill up, and tap it again, and let it fill up. I
did that a few times, but the noise it makes is really annoying. Speaking of noise, the sound effects and the sound of this game are pretty bad.
The sound mixing is the worst I think I've ever heard in a video game. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. It's so bad. Like there are like cutscenes. There are cutscenes where your mech like he pulls out like all these weapons. He's like you're expecting to hear like or like something, but it's just dead silent. It's like you see all like explosions happening, no sound at all. Like did they not test this? It was worse because there was times where things like a steam engine or something would be the loudest thing you've ever heard in your life. But then there'd be people talking, and it was like you couldn't hear a thing they were saying. Like I'd have subtitles on, and that's the only reason I could tell they were talking. I'm like, what the fuck is the sound mixing in this game?
That's strange because I don't remember that happening that much in the PS4 version. So
maybe it's just the Xbox.
It's also happened on the PC version too, because I wanted to see if it was just me, and I looked it up, and people were complaining about it on Steam.
Maybe I didn't know.
Yeah, like literally that cutscene where you're fighting Richard, the other guy in the mech, like where there's fucking explosions happening every scene. Like, half of those explosions had no sound. It was just a flare. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to hear a loud boom or something.
Yeah, the entirety of the sound mixing and the audio was just like a weird mess.
It was really bad.
That's strange. I mean, I don't think I encountered that much. Like
sometimes like they would just cut off too.
Yeah,
it would be in the mid sentence.
Just completely cuts off.
Cut off.
I think that happened like twice in the PS4.
Oh yeah, like this dialogue, like Dory, what's her name, Dory?
Who?
What's the
Jody?
Jody, yeah. So she would be talking to you mid sentence, like, yeah, I'm not pressing or skipping any of the text, and it just fucking cuts off like instantly. Like, it's really weird.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
weird.
I don't think that happened that much in the PS4 version.
Huh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's strange.
Maybe that was the better version. So I'll change my recommendation. If you get in the PS4 version, then you can get it. I recommend it. Otherwise, don't.
Well, I would say audio mixing ruins the game, so like still play it no matter like if you're gonna play it.
It really breaks the immersion, and it's like no.
It's just very weird. I don't know what's going on with it. I really don't.
Yeah.
But I will say,
other than that, I love the fucking campiness and like the dialect between
the because so like the actual voice acting is awful, but it's awful in the best way possible. Like
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know if they were doing it on purpose. I don't know who
they must have. There's no way they would be that like corny and like being serious.
Yeah, initially I thought like. It must be like some kind of translation issue or something, but yeah, it has to be this corny.
Like they were trying to make fun of the president and the assistant as much as they can, or like the whole game really. But
but even like you can tell when they're being purposeful, but like there's sometimes where characters are just not making sense. Like one sentence doesn't follow from another. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like Jody will just launch into like some random fact about her life. Like, who the fuck asked you about this?
I think I'm gonna take some vacation days or something.
Yeah. It's so fucking weird.
And just the way fucking Michael would talk, and he'd just and the reason is
I'm the president of these great United States.
Yeah, and he would say it, and it would come off as so random. It wouldn't fit in whatever was going on.
No, it wouldn't.
He would just end his sentence like that, and it wouldn't he would end his conversation like that. But there'd be no lead up to it.
Believe in your own justice.
And Jody was weird. She was so weird, but also great. You know, just constantly, like, Mr. President. I do say I appreciate every level had its own like unique dialogue.
Yeah,
generally, yeah.
For like if you were getting low on health, or you know, she would comment, and it would be different on like every level. She would like, you know, say something like, "Oh, are you letting that gas get to you, Mr. President? You're at 50% or something." You know, whatever was going on in the level. And there was one where he was talking about like some Western cowboy movies.
Right, because he was like in a shootout in abandoned town. Yeah.
Abandoned town with like 3 other mechs. And when your health got to like half, she'd be like, "Wow, I guess you're not good as so and so." I didn't even recognize who the hell.
I love the quote. About. Yeah, I love the quote in the Alcatraz level where it's just like, okay, you have to get to the charge cannon, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, I'll do it faster than a Florida recount. That got me.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, and a lot of the DNN commentary from the fucking reporter guy is so fucking over the top ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like trying to frame you at every opportunity. He's like trying to make you look bad. Man.
He's meaner than Satan himself.
Yeah, I hated him so much. I tried to look for his helicopter to shoot it down. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And we didn't even mention this, that the reason why you're going on this rampage, I guess, through America, is because America was taken over by the vice president, and his name is Richard Hawk, which play this game, you're going to hear that name a lot because every time he comes across. Literally every single time he finds Richard, he just screams his name. and Richard is fucking batshit insane.
Oh yeah, I mean he's the most flimsiest character of all time. Like, oh Jesus, he just starts laughing at no reason. Like he just, oh man, like he does every fucking bad thing possible. Like if you read the text of the game, like he's sending fucking U.S. citizens into white slavery at one point. He's poisoning the whole of Chicago. He's sending a mech through fucking New York City to destroy it. It's oh my god. I don't understand why he wanted to become president.
I don't either. What are his goals? What are his ambitions?
I don't know.
You don't even know. It's just fucking crazy. And you have to go through the United States. You start on the West Coast. You go to like different landmarks throughout the U.S. You go to the Grand Canyon. You go to Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, Miami,
Liberty Island.
Yeah, and I will give this game some credit in terms of mission variety because every mission is its own unique objectives, basically.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I like that too.
Which is cool. So every time you play a new mission, you don't know what to expect. But some are hit or miss, but most of them are pretty good. You know? They keep it fresh.
Yeah, it kept it fresh, exactly.
Yeah. I will say besides I guess the right at the end of the game because it spiked in difficulty for some fucking reason. My least favorite level was that giant mech spider in New York City.
Yeah.
Because that thing would just destroy you in like one shot. It would one-shot you.
If he looked at you, you died, basically.
Yeah, it was so fucking annoying.
And the design of that level is that, like, he will always be, like, in the center of the level, and you have to, like, move around the corners of it, and you can't even get around the whole level by going around the corners. It's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, and you have to blow up his recharge station.
Yeah.
So that he can't recharge his laser beam anymore, and that's after you do that. That's when he can kill you. But like trying to get there to blow up the recharge station and hoping that he doesn't fucking find you and just one shot you, it was frustrating. I died a couple of times on that level.
Yeah, for sure. It's weird because like basically before that point you can basically go through the whole game without dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I only died one other time before that because I accidentally fell in the water in Miami. But the rest of the levels were pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, like 90% of the game is basically a cakewalk.
Yeah.
It's yeah, but it's like really weird because in some levels it would just fucking randomly like spike in difficulty because. Like, for example, the town one, where you fight the 3 mechs. In Houston, I think it was, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, the level started, and I would just, like, I saw, like, civilians trapped in the back box, like, ahead of me. So I took 2 steps, and I got bombarded by a fucking 15,000 missiles, and I died instantly.
Oh,
so,
wow.
like, your health goes down really fast if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, you can die in a couple of seconds. There's no, like, invincibility frames or anything like that. They can just pile up attacks on you, like, and you
don't get hit and then flash for a second.
No, yeah. And it's just like, and it's not really that noticeable that you're taking damage sometimes, too. You just hear, like, a bzzz, and you're like, whoa, what was that? Yeah. And it's, like in the the Alcatraz level, there were landmines. And I didn't know that I was walking over them and taking damage because it'll be like a pfft, and there's like I hear zzz, I was like I see 2 of my health bars just go down instantly. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then I just kept walking and I stepped on another one and I died. I was like, well.
The game doesn't do a good job of letting you know like what the fuck is going on with your men. Like even your health is like off to the corner, so you have to like look at it to fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
To make sure you're actually not dying, because there's very little indication, like on screen, what the fuck is going on.
And when you fight Richard, he will just absolutely drain you in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, if he gets close to you, he'll melt you with like his shotgun. It's insane.
But your shotgun sucks.
Yeah, sucks ass.
I hate that.
Shotguns, handguns, sniper rifles. Fuck them. They don't work.
Oh my god,
game.
Sniper rifles are worthless.
The worst fucking
they're
shit, dude.
so dumb.
As soon as you pull it out, you go into zoomed in mode. It's like, fuck, why? Why is
And
this
there's no point in the game where you need precision aiming. There's no point where you're supposed to slow down and take your time to shoot.
Never, ever. I kept thinking there was going to be a mission where I needed it, but never once. And I was mad because I spent money on trying to get a decent one because I was like, well, there's going to be a level where I'm going to fucking need this thing. Never fucking happened.
Yeah. And that's kind of like one of my disappointments with this game is that there wasn't like we mentioned before, there wasn't like enough typing. Like you weren't sure what weapons should be good for what situations. Like, I really wish there was more of that in this game. Like I wish there was a point to some of these weapons. Like explicitly, this is what's good for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I only found that about the flamethrowers by accident. I would have been stuck for fucking forever.
I never used the flamethrower, not once in the whole game.
Yeah.
Even bother with it.
Yeah, like I spent money on like the energy, the Gatling gun. That was kind of
yeah. The Gatling gun was really good.
Yeah, I used the machine guns were great. Yeah, they tore through shit.
Yeah. I mean, damn. There's a lot of potential in this game that kind of
It's like there was so many weapon types, but like half of them are pointless.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I will mention that there are apparently super weapons that you can unlock. Like if you get like S rank in certain levels, and if you play the New Game Plus or some shit like that. But
okay,
yeah,
I did read that one of them actually launches like one. I think it was a grenade launcher or something. It launches footballs.
That's awesome.
Fucking. It's
never gonna see it, but that's awesome.
Yeah, it's painted like all American and it launches footballs, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. But I'm never gonna go through this game and try to S rank every level. No way.
Yeah. Well, I never do that generally, but yeah.
Yeah. Even with achievements, no thank you. And I even read some of the achievements, and I was like, fuck these, fuck them. One of them was like, beat a level without firing a single shot.
How?
Yeah, that's what I said. And my first thought was, okay, I can beat the first level without.
Well, I guess you could like ram things.
Well, like, if you jump and press Y, you'll do a slam attack.
Yeah.
So you could do that and just.
Again, I wish I knew that.
Well, you had to look at the fucking controls. If you jump and press Y, you do a slam attack, and I thought, okay, I can go through the first level and do this, right? I fucking tried. And you get to that part before you open the hangar door, right before you get to the end of the level. And there's like guys with rocket launchers on platforms that you literally cannot slam and kill without shooting them. And I was like, well, I guess I can't do this. And then I couldn't even think in my head another level to do it for, because like you always had to destroy like bases and stuff. And I'm like, I can't do that with a jump slam. So I was like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I don't care. Like the achievements in this game, fuck them, because I'm just gonna beat the levels. That's it. There was at least one for beating a level.
You know what level you could probably do that on? The one where you have to blow up the bombs.
True, because you just need to get like close enough to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then you run away. Yeah.
Because sometimes you get too close and you almost die.
Yeah, and sometimes they're loaded onto trucks and they ram into you.
Yeah.
That was stupid. But those ones I seem to tank pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's such a weird. The damage system is very weird.
It's very inconsistent. Like the damage from your weapons is inconsistent. The damage that you receive is inconsistent. Like it's strange as fuck.
And then you know what else is inconsistent?
And it can all happen so fast. I don't realize.
Like the things you can blow up. Like it's cool because some of the stuff is destructive and it's fun to like blow everything up. But then there's just stuff that is just you can't. It's just there. This tree will never blow up. It's weird. And I will say too. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Did you guys have like a favorite level that you like?
Not particularly, because most of the levels provided some sort of frustration in some form.
Most of them were pretty easy at the beginning, at least. Like flew through the beginning of the game.
I'll say I like the poison gas one. I thought that was pretty fun.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
I liked it until like I had to find the last fucking barrel, and I had to restart the whole level over again once I didn't.
Yeah.
Happened to me twice.
I want to mention the look of the game, the graphics. Like it is a remaster, but it's not a remake.
Mm-hmm.
So it still very much looks like an Xbox game, which for nowadays, obviously doesn't look great.
That's fine, but I feel this fell under the category of they fucked up the upgrade, because like for another example is like with the Silent Hill HD collection, which had 2 and 3, I think. Like I haven't played the originals, and then I played with a friend the HD collection because we wanted to go through it and find like all the secret endings and shit. And noticed like a lot of things, like the sound effects, some of the textures, like the visuals, like they did a bad job on doing it because it was a different company that actually did them.
Also because they didn't have the source code for that.
Yeah, they didn't have like the source code, so they had to do it from scratch or whatever.
Yeah.
But they turned out to be worse than the originals.
Oh, they were awful.
I feel
it's like the worst ported game of like one of, if not the worst ports of all time. It's like I think it's that and this Game Boy Advance port of Sonic the Hedgehog. Are like 2 worst ports ever.
Yeah, and I feel like this fits in because of like especially with all the fucked up audio cues and mixes.
I wouldn't put it that far, because other than that, I mean, it's fine. Because I wouldn't say it's on the level of Silent Hill.
Well, no, I don't know about the Sonic one, but the Silent Hill. But if like that's the vibe I'm getting is like they just basically fucked up the upgrade, and the original's probably better.
Well, maybe, we don't know.
Yeah, and we'll never know because it's fan only.
Yeah. Although we could play a ROM of it, I guess,
maybe.
to find out, but I'm never gonna go out of my way to do that.
Probably not.
Because the game had English voice acting in the Japanese version.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, just with Japanese subtitles.
It's just weird that because these things happen so like if it was like a one-time thing, like in a specific cutscene that they missed, I'd get it. But it happens so often. Like, did they not playtest this? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird.
You mean the audio issues, right?
Yeah, the audio issues.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I just missed it or it didn't happen in the PS4
Maybe it didn't
version,
have it for the PS4, but it definitely had it for the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it was definitely on the PC, because I looked up to see if it was just me, and other people online were complaining about it, and I was like, okay, at least it's just not me being nuts.
That's strange.
Mm-hmm. But the game looks okay.
It looks fine.
It looks
a little
fine,
rough
yeah.
around the edges, you know.
I mean, it's an old
Xbox
game,
era,
so you kind of expect it. It aged decently for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty decent looking, but it's not the best Xbox looking games, because Xbox was a pretty strong console for the time. It could do some good looking stuff. Like, I don't know if you ever played, as much as I hate this fucking version of the game, but like Conquer Live and Reloaded looked really, really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Other than that, I hate everything else about that version of the game. They fucked up everything else, but it looks awesome.
Should we talk about the last boss?
Yeah, we should. So right now, if we're gonna enter into the spoiler space. So if you wanna skip ahead to the end, you certainly can. We'll leave a link to when we're going to the list. That way you can skip spoilers if you plan on playing this game. But if you have played it, or if you just don't give a shit, we're about to talk about the end of the game. So the end of this game, fuck it.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, that Las Vegas, is it in Vegas?
Las Vegas. It's Las Vegas.
Alright, so you go to Las Vegas to chase down Richard after you fucking do the whole White House fight house thing, which I thought was pretty fucking amazing.
That part was cool. I thought that part.
Was top notch. I love that.
It was funny. It was a funny thing too. The whole joke, the fight house.
Yeah,
like that was hilarious.
Yeah,
you had to like destroy this armor that they built all around it.
I was completely not expecting it at all. I was like, oh shit, this is kind of epic.
Yeah, that part was great. I liked it. It was pretty easy too. You just had to not destroy the White House with destroying the armor like around it.
Yeah, and I kind of wish like they stayed in DC for the final fight. I don't understand why you go to fucking Vegas. This is clearly a fight between the president and the vice president. Why not have it in the most logical backdrop?
Yeah.
But you go off to Vegas to go fight Richard and 2 of his cronies that you melt in like 3 seconds. But the Richard fight is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's broken up into 3 sections, and they all fucking suck.
Yeah. And I cheesed the first 2 pretty good, and I could get to the last section. I started getting so good at it because I kept dying that I could get to the end without like having any health lost.
Yeah.
Or like if I did lose health, there was pickups where I could get
there was
to the
plenty
end.
of pickups.
Plenty of pickups to get to the end of the level with full health. But then you get to this, you're like in a big fountain. It's just a circle, and you're like encased in there with him. And he just tears you up. He absolutely fucking just destroys you.
Yeah, he's exponentially stronger than you. If you stop moving for like a second, you're gonna get melted.
You have to constantly keep like scrolling around him in a circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you're gonna die. And then when you get to him almost dead, he does his special on you.
And it's insane.
Yeah. The only way, and he'll kill you in one hit if you get stuck in it.
Yeah. If you get caught by all of his attacks, you die.
Yep, instant.
Absolutely. So you had to like, the way I did it was right, because I died to him like fucking like 5-6 times before I finally beat him. And right when I knew he was gonna activate his special, I activated mine right before he did, so I melted him.
Man, I wish I knew how to do a fucking special then, huh? What a pain in the ass. So then after you go through that ordeal, he goes into fucking space.
Yep.
For some reason.
For no fucking reason. And he gets into a ginormous tank thing.
Well, first you have to do like a small like mission in between where you have to get to him, which is dumb as fuck.
You get it's easy as fuck. You just get on an elevator and you
but it just wastes your time. If you die to the boss, you have to do that shit over.
Yeah, it was annoying because I had to do it like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, and when you get to him, he has like 2 forms. He has, well, I guess kind of 3, but he has a giant tank. This part was fine. It was like as long as you kept moving, could get through that part pretty easily. And then he transforms into like almost like not a spider, but a weird like. He just kind of gets bigger.
Yeah. It's kind of like a spider, yeah.
Yeah. And then at that point, he just launches these homing missiles at you.
Infinite homing missiles.
That will kill you.
It's insane. Like, there's a part of the... Like, I had to cheese this fucking part of the game.
I did too.
I didn't understand how to beat it at all. Like, maybe there's some trick that I didn't get.
Did you go up the stairs?
Yes, of course.
That's what I
went up those stairs and I hid behind the wall.
Yep.
The homing missiles still curved around the corner to hit me.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. He couldn't even see me and the homing missiles were hitting me.
But that's the only way to lessen the blows that you're taking. And
you get hit with like 10 missiles instead of like 55. Which is, God.
Yeah, and then you just have to keep like doing like pop off shots, like keep popping out and hitting him. Oh man, it was so dumb. Yeah, once you finally cheese your way through that part, he is just like, I'm gonna launch a fucking nuke at the planet Earth. And,
God.
And it says Merry Christmas on it.
Naturally.
And that part's easy as fuck. You just like, oh no, I gotta stop him, and you just unload on him.
I actually died at that part once because I ran out of fucking bullets, killing him in the first version. Like, he had so many, like, it took so long to kill him. And, like, just, like, trying to hide and then come back out. Like, I lost all my bullets. So I was, like, hitting him with, like, the weakest fucking guns I had.
Oh my god.
That's
like, I wasn't expecting another fucking form. It's insane.
Right. And then when you finally do that, he goes plummeting towards Earth. And then for some stupid fucking reason, Michael's like...
And the reason is...
I guess the reason is he's the president of these great United States. And he has to save fucking Richard.
That's right.
Like, why?
I don't know.
He just grabs like a piece of debris and starts like fucking skateboarding like off of shit.
It's weird because... He says like, oh, we both love America, we just have different views on how to do it or some shit like that. He doesn't love America. He put fucking Americans into slavery. He tried to kill fucking Chicago. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah, and he even grabs his hand and he's like, I'm gonna save you. We both, he does the whole we both love America thing. And then Richard's just like, no, and he just like lets go and dies.
He's so dumb. It's funny as fuck, but goddamn, like why?
Yeah, God, it is so dumb, but it's fucking great. But the ending of the game just spikes in difficulty for no stupid fucking reason, and it was frustrating.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't generally enjoy campiness, but this game I did, and the reason why I draw a distinction between this game and a game like God Hand is because God Hand had way more points of frustration, and this game didn't. But when it got to the end, I started feeling that frustration, and it made the campiness a little less enjoyable to me. Right. So I don't know.
I would think that the reason is that you're the president of these great United States. I think that's the biggest
great
reason.
United States. Absolutely. I believe in my own justice.
Hell yeah! If you don't, who will? I wanted just one more point of cheesiness. Every mission has like a stupid fucking code name. And
oh
there's
my
like
god!
A sound effect with like a drum roll and then a ching, like the little drum roll and the ding, and then and she just says like the name of the mission, and they're just so corny and dumb.
They're all so bad.
They're bad.
Who thought of this shit?
The names sound like shitty names for like an anime episode.
I mean,
but it's funny. It's funny. That's the best part of the game, we've said multiple times, but it really is. Just the campiness of it is the best part.
That's an ironclad battle tactic.
So...
Yeah.
Do you want to do final recommendations of spoilers? I mean, mine's kind of be the same.
Yeah, same for me. No difference.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. Like, yeah.
Alright. So, now it's time to put Metal Wolf Chaos on the list!
The list!
You can follow along with the list in the pastebin link in the description below. Every single Game Club episode, we add whatever game we played to this ever-growing list of games that will never stop. Until we played every game.
Won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Nope. Rockefeller Records. And we won't stop until we played every single video game ever.
It's not Rockefeller Records.
It is in the Young Guns song. Anyway.
I see. Okay.
But, man, maybe we'll play a Def Jam Records game someday and put that on the list. But looking at the list and keeping Metal Wolf Chaos in mind, since you picked the game, where do you think it belongs on the list?
I would say it's probably gonna go pretty low. I think it should probably go. I think I would put it above Pokemon Trading Card Game 2. But like right there.
Where is that?
Oh, that's 115.
115.
Like I know I would put it above God Hand or Winback. Like, yeah, because Winback just had almost no personality to it. But
no personality besides that one dude that would jump. Well, I don't remember his name, but he would jump up and down before the mission started. Nick. He's the only person with personality in that game.
Pretty much.
Well, the girl was cool too.
She was alright.
That game was just so fucking generic. Is the problem with that?
Yes,
game.
it was.
But at least it was fun.
It was pretty decent. You know, it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a bad game, and
it was just average. Yeah.
This area of games isn't that we're putting it in isn't for bad games. I don't think. Not at all.
Yeah, it's just like games with some obvious flaw to them.
Yeah.
That's the way I would characterize it.
I was looking to put it below either Marco Cree or Nintendo Land.
There's no way I would agree to put this below God Hand. It's like it's impossible. Like God Hand is frustration times 10 compared to this game.
And I wouldn't put it below Crusader No Remorse.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely better than that game. And it's better than Second Sight.
Well, it's definitely a lot more playable than those games, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the lowest I think I might go is, like, below Legacy Goku 2, but I also think Legacy Goku 2 deserves to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, rank whatever is coming up soon. Rank series.
Ranker series is coming pretty soon.
At some point.
At some point, we'll figure it out.
Like, I would be willing to put the game higher if it weren't for like the audio.
Yeah, but I don't think it kills it.
And I mean, I just can't. I can't accept like them overlooking something that obvious. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me. I can't. Like when you release a product, you should at least fucking try it out to see if something's wrong with it. And if it's something as obvious and glaring as that, no. I can't accept that.
Like I said, I didn't really have that issue, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss like all these instances you're talking about, so I think the PS4 version must be the best version. I'm not sure.
I mean, I feel
that, and like the whole like
spot.
Yeah.
Huh?
He was saying he thinks my original spot was fine.
The original spot?
Yeah, above Pokemon trading card game too.
Yeah, I mean, Wii Fit is a weird one. It's so hard to compare the game to Wii Fit.
Yeah.
It's like barely a game, but it's also like it's also great in what it does, you know. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no like obvious flaw to Wii Fit as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So
even though it's like barely a game.
It is barely a game, but it is like the production values in the game and like in everything that it sets out to do. It does it very, very well.
Let's put it below Metroid Prime Federation Force.
I don't know.
It's a better mech game.
Has enough I think this game has enough personality to set it above. Like I said, like...
I mean, like, the game definitely has a lot of personality. It's great, the campiness and everything, but in terms of functionality and, like, overall package, I don't...
Well, I think it's mostly functional. Like,
yeah.
I didn't have any problems playing the game. Like, I understand the audio might have been fucked up for you guys, but, like the gameplay of the game, the meat of the game, like, it was fine.
Well, like we had gone over earlier, it doesn't explain anything about what your arsenal is.
No, yeah, but even though it didn't, like, I didn't have any problems playing the game. You know?
And then the frustrating... Go
on. There were points, like, at the end, yeah, for sure, but before the end, it was, like, 90% a cakewalk. And I think that kind of applies to a Pokemon trading card game, too. Like, it was fine... Well, I say fine in quotation marks until that fucking colorless part where you had to fucking find a certain fucking Pokemon card that you had no fucking indication that you needed.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
That was a goddamn time sink, is what it was.
Yeah, just it was like padding for no reason. Yeah, I still feel fine about it being above Pokemon trading card game. I mean, it's better. I think it's...
Yeah, I generally feel like I had more fun with this game than that game.
Yeah, and Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 is a pretty good trading card video game.
Yeah, it's just kind of exhausting sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, and because it's a card game, it has the issue with it's so random. You know, you could just...
I mean, it's part of the game, yeah.
It's part of it being a card game, you know, so... You can have a good deck, but sometimes you just get dealt a bad hand and you lose, and you gotta try all over again.
Yeah, you can lose in one round.
Yeah,
and you can lose in a couple of seconds in one of the stages, but Pokemon Wolf Chaos. That's true. Anyway, yeah, let's go over the above then.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. So that would put it at number 115 on the list. So that puts it in. Surrounding it on the list, we didn't even talk about this game because never got that high in contention. But 113 is New Super Mario Bros. 2. Number 114 is Wii Fit. Number 115 now is Metal Wolf Chaos XD. Number 116, sorry, Pokemon Trading Card Game 2: The Invasion of Team Great Rocket, or Team GR. Two games that only got released in Japan, right next to each other on the list. Best friends. And number 117 we didn't even end up mentioning this game because it was right smack in the middle. But that's Mortal Kombat, the original.
There you go.
So it's in good hands still. All the games around it are still good.
I think it's in the right zone for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it for the list. But we're not done with the podcast just yet. We got a couple more things we're gonna wrap up real quick. Saf is not here, but he is. I'm sure you guys, if you listen to the podcast, you know who Saf is. He's on the regular episodes. He used to be on the Game Club. But we did the reason I'm talking about Saf is because we did a recent raffle for some of our friends online. We had it as kind of a private thing. We're on a Discord server, and we decided to let some of our other friends get a choice in what our next Game Club game was going to be. And we put everybody's name in a random picker, and it picked Saf, of course.
It picked Saf twice.
It was destined to be. We couldn't escape it. We tried, but Saf got the next pick. So he's back on the Game Club again after he was on last episode, and he's back again. Good lordy. And Saf, so nicely picked for us. The Missing, J.J. Macfield in the Island of Memories, as our next game. This game he's been talking about. Yeah, it is a weird title. And it's a game he's been talking about for like the last 6 months.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Definitely. It's it was a fucking sweary game, right?
No idea.
Pretty sure it's a sweary game. So if you like really weird ass shit, if you ever played oh god, Noah, you know what's the crazy Xbox One game with the fucking absolutely insane batshit stuff with the cat girl?
The cat girl?
You know what I'm talking about.
He's played too many games with cat girls. He's gotta narrow it down.
He has a human girl who acts like a cat living in his house. The game is insane. You're on an airplane.
Oh, D4.
D4, there we go. Yeah, so it's made by fucking Swery, who's done D4.
Oh, sweet. I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be weird. What the hell? Was he also Heavy Rain?
Maybe.
No, Deadly Premonition. That's the other game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Deadly Premonition.
That definitely fits in the realm of weirdness.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. So we're gonna be playing The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories the next episode. So but before we go, if you enjoyed the Jump Up Supercast Game Club, make sure you check us out on your favorite podcast listening service of your choice, including SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and wherever you can listen to a podcast. I'm sure you can find us. The next new episodes of the Game Club will go up every other Thursday, as well as the normal Jump Up Supercast episodes will be up every single Monday. And give us a follow, a like, a share. Feel free to let us know what you thought about Metal Wolf Chaos in the comments below if you ever played it, or if you think it sounds good, just let us know. Talk about the game. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram to stay up to date on everything Jump Up Supercast related, including the Game Club, of course. You can catch us streaming from time to time on twitch.tv/JumpUpSupercast. That's where we'll be doing Ranker series whenever we're gonna blame Muzzy right now here on the podcast. Fuck Muzzy. Whenever we end up doing it, whenever he's free, whenever you're available, Muzzy, we'll do the Ranker series, re-rank some games in the list. So that'll be fun. We'll stream it live. But as always, I want to thank Ills for picking the game for us here, and I want to thank Noah for playing the game as well. And I want to thank everybody here for listening. That's the most important thing. So go out there, play some video games, and be nice. And the reason is, I'm the president of these great United States of America.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.